Good morning, everyone. Donna Miller here for episode number 10 of Avoiding the Shiny Object. I hope all of you had a wonderful holiday season. I hope that it's not fully ancient history for you and that you have a renewed sense of energy. I hope that you got to spend time with friends and family. Here at C3 Workplace, we do try to kick back a little bit, but the reality is business keeps going. So here it is, January 5th, and we keep going. So in this episode number 10, what I thought I would talk to you about is something we've talked about in the past, which is wildly important goals. It's January. Everybody's creating resolutions. The gyms are packed. I went to a networking meeting this morning and it was literally standing room only. And that's great. And that's certainly that renewed spirit of energy. I'm not a fan of resolutions. I believe that resolutions are often, for me, not for everyone, but for me, they're a way of me setting myself up for disappointment. So instead, you've heard me talk before, I prefer to focus on goals, objectives, and in this particular episode, I'm going to talk to you about wildly important goals. Those wildly important goals, I got this concept from the book by Chris McChesney called The Four Disciplines of Execution. You can have the best strategy in the world, but if you don't execute, it doesn't mean a thing. So what are wildly important goals? Wildly important goals are those things that you will focus on that will have a substantial impact on driving your business forward. So here at C3 for the last 22 years, we've been helping companies to start and grow. We do that by providing back office support, bookkeeping, marketing execution, and office and meeting space. Really, that's a big, long way of saying we provide our clients with focus. Our goal is to help them focus on those wildly important goals. So what is a wildly important goal? How do you determine what your goals should be, and then how do you work towards them? Well, I can't cover all of that in 10 minutes, but I'll try and give you the short version to get you started. And I believe January is a great time for doing this because the way you begin to establish your wildly important goals is that you look back to look forward. So look at your numbers for 2016. What are those numbers telling you? Are you able to tell how your business was segmented, where your revenue came from? Can you go a little granular, and can you look at your client list and really analyze where did that business come from? Where did the new business come from? Where did the recurring business come from? Where did the really profitable business come from? Do you even know which of your business offerings, your services, or your products are the most profitable? So I think that in order to establish wildly important goals, you have to look at the numbers. When we do bookkeeping for clients, it is, of course, about getting the books done and taking the stress away from clients, but it's really about creating financial literacy so that you can make good, smart business and usually marketing decisions. So if you're about to embark on a marketing initiative, don't you want to make sure that you're going to be marketing your most profitable service or product? Of course you do. So the last year, I actually hired an outside consultant to come in and help me with my books. Even though we're fully capable of doing this, it's the outside perspective that helps me to see things that I can't see from within the office here. So we took a look at 2016. We did some of this segmenting. And we started to determine what would our wildly important goals for 2017 be. For us, they include procuring the right client. And I talk to people all the time through the Earn More program about what is the right client. The truth is, if you get 10 of the right client, that will be so much more profitable and so much more easier to execute than 50 of the not so much right clients. So you have to look back to figure out who your right client is. So our two wildly important goals center on an initiative to bring in the right kind of client, and we have a specific number that we're looking to hit. That rolls into our budget for 2017. And it includes a marketing strategy based on strategic partnership. And I think that many of us can really benefit from taking a good look at how can we strategically partner with other people who are marketing and talking to the people that we talk to, but are not are selling compatible but not competitive products. So I think as you look back, you can start to look forward and to create some of these wildly important goals that will truly drive your business forward. And at the end of the day, it's about not only driving your business forward, but creating a life that brings you joy and a business that allows you to do the things in your life that you want to do. Growing your business doesn't mean working 60 hours a week. Well, it doesn't for me. Maybe it does for some people, but that's not what I was going for. So I want to encourage you during this episode to look back, to look forward. And this takes some time. It takes financial literacy. If you don't have someone helping you to do your bookkeeping, and this is just, as I say, bookkeeping, if your eyes are rolling back in your head, not a good thing. You need to get some outside help, because the truth is, you opened your business for many reasons. You may be a good lawyer, you may be a marketing consultant, you may be a great, compassionate social worker or nurse with a care agency. So the reality is you're good at your profession. That doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be good at everything it takes to run a business. And I think the first thing business owners should look at outsourcing is their bookkeeping. We're happy to talk to you about that. But it is, of course, coming up to tax time. And one of the reasons you need to know your numbers is because 1099s, you may not know this, but 1099s need to go out by January 31st. Tick tock, that is right around the corner. So the reality is you have to know your numbers to determine what your wildly important goals will be. When you can make fiscally sound decisions that drive your business forward, it's called working smarter. You don't need to work harder. This morning I was at a meeting and they were talking about behaviorally being above the line, which is a positive place, or being below the line, which is a negative place. The reality is you can't work harder to get above the line. It's a mindset, and it's also, I think, working harder is actually counterintuitive to achieving more. When you work harder, when you're kind of white-knuckling it and pushing really hard to get through something, you lack creativity, you lack innovation. The concept of wildly important goals or financial literacy is just not part of your universe. So, today's lesson is look back to look forward. Determine what are those wildly important goals that will truly drive your business forward without driving you crazy and help you to make 2017 your best year yet. We'd love to help more, and I'd be happy to talk more about this concept, because the truth is you can't do too many wildly important goals well. In fact, Chris McChesney says one or two. When you go beyond that, you're just diluting your results. It's called the law of diminishing return. We would love to help you get great returns. You can visit us on the web at www.c3workplace.com. You can email me directly, donna@c3workplace.com. So my advice to you, forget resolutions, set goals, set behavior goals, something that you can do on a consistent basis, day in, day out, week after week, that will truly create a different result for you. It works for us. I know it can work for you. Thanks so much and have a great day. See you next week.